E3 is soon upon us, so today on Impulse, me and Peter are back again to discuss the announcements we hope to see at E3. Now, Peter, you specifically are going to E3 in person this year.
Yes, I am. It's my first E3, and I'm all excited and jittery about what might be there and all the games I can play.
The lines.
Don't bring it down already.
The California heat.
It's actually only supposed to be in the low 80s, so that's good.
That's not so bad. That's pretty good. If I were there, personally, I'd be outside the conference, standing on like a wooden box or something, preaching to the people, go home, see your family, walk the dog. Video games are a mistake, but I don't think that would last very long. I'm pretty sure I'd get kicked out of the premises or something like that. But let's get right into it. Let's discuss each conference and the games and announcements potentially that we're looking forward to. First up, I would argue probably the most anticipated, or I would maybe say even the biggest conference, will probably be Microsoft. And I think that's because of the very interesting circumstances that are going on here this year, because Sony aren't here this year.
Yeah, shockingly.
I feel like, Sony are probably going to do something in the fall. So that way they dominate, the news cycle and all that space for the next couple of months in the fall and the new year. Whereas
I'm almost
Microsoft,
convinced they're going to do it this week.
Maybe. Like that would be the ultimate Chad move of Sony to just do their own thing during the week of E3 and just stick the finger right at them, but we'll have to wait and see. But I think just because of the lack of Sony being there, Microsoft, they have to pull out the big guns. Like, they have to show anything and everything they can.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, even from last year, we know Gears 5 is going to be there. There's probably going to be something about the new Battletoads. They have all those studios now, so maybe we'll hear something about Obsidian or Ninja Theory, and obviously Halo.
Yeah. Like, personally, I'm the most excited about Halo. I feel like Halo really needs a comeback right now, especially for 343 Industries, and I feel like Halo Infinite, with both, Xbox One and PC release, it could give them that sort of edge. Especially if they decided, take Halo in a new direction in terms of some sort of narrative. And I'm just excited to have Halo again on PC.
Yeah, I have no idea what Halo Infinite could be, because I don't know what that title even means.
I imagine, it'll be based heavily around, the Forge and stuff, and all kinds of, user-created modes and such. I'm just imagining, if the Forge is really as expansive as they say it is, the kind of shit people will be able to make will be incredible.
It'll be a roguelike survival game.
People could probably straight up make battle royale game modes for Halo, and that
yeah,
could
they
be
probably.
something.
I mean, I don't think the game's gonna actually be that, but I wouldn't doubt that the Forge mode will allow you to create that if you really want a survival.
That's
Halo.
what I'm hoping for, especially on a PC.
Yeah, the thing that gets me interested is that there would be crossplay, so at least co-op now. It'd be if someone has a console and you have PC.
Yeah, I imagine though you'll be able to
be
specifically choose who you want to play with, just PC folks across.
Oh yeah, I mean Microsoft knows how to do online. They're not Nintendo here.
But outside of that, like I said, I'd be very interested. Like you said, I'd be very interested to see an Obsidian project of some kind. But I think the other big obvious elephant in the room that most people already know about is Cyberpunk 2077. We'll most likely get a new trailer. I'm hopeful for a release date.
Yeah, it could maybe be at the PC gaming show, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be at Microsoft.
It's going to be at the Microsoft show. Just I feel like that's going to be the biggest show on the
conference. And I would expect it too. I don't know if it'll be the opener or the closer, but yeah, it could be at both as well. But Microsoft seems like a good bet, and I'm sure they'll show something to the public.
Yeah. But if they show a release date, I'll be pretty ecstatic for that, just so I can at least plan my PC upgrades in the future, because right now I think the next time I decide to upgrade my PC is going to be around the launch of that game. Once there's requirements out in the wild for that thing, I'll probably just base my next PC around that, honestly. But my wild card for the Microsoft conference is I want to see Peter Moore come back out on stage. He lifts up his shirt again, and where there was once that Grand Theft Auto 4, that Roman numeral 4, I want to see a poorly edited version of it, so it's switched around and it shows a 6, and he announces Grand Theft Auto 6, and then it's
actually the same shirt. He just put it on in reverse.
They got the same clothes. They cut his hair the same way. Everything.
Yeah, he just wore the shirt inside out.
Do you guys
so
remember
technically
E3 2006? Cricket noise from the crowd. Following that, though, the next most, I would say, interesting conference, maybe outside of Nintendo, will be Bethesda. Because, outside of Doom Eternal, everything's sort of up in the air. I think Bethesda have already confirmed that they're not going to be showing any Elder Scrolls 6, and they're not going to be showing any Starfield. But outside of, I guess Doom Eternal, we'll probably see some more Elder Scrolls Online stuff. Hopefully not. Like, they don't show any mobile stuff. Like, take a cue from Blizzard here and be like, maybe don't. And
I mean, they did last year.
Yeah, Bethesda's a mixed bag. Like, it's exciting when you know there's something big on the cards, like specifically like an in-house Bethesda-made game like Starfield or Elder Scrolls 6. But when you kind of know that that's not coming for a while, you got to kind of rely on their publishing side of things, and that's always maybe outside of like Doom, kind of like up in the air for me, honestly, in terms of excitement.
Yeah, I almost can guarantee they're going to show something about Rage 2's DLC, because what else is there?
Yeah, definitely.
And Fallout 76.
Yeah, you know what? Believe it or not, that's what I'm actually most anticipating. I know Fallout 76 was a total dumpster fire on launch. You'd see a review for that. But I genuinely think that universe and that setting has so much more to give. And I think with enough effort on their part, they could turn that thing around, or at least turn it into something else, similar to like Final Fantasy. I've preached this 100 times already, but like, they could Final Fantasy XIV Reborn this thing, and at least maybe turn it into something better. I don't know.
I mean, it's not about how it launches, but what it becomes.
Yeah, thanks, Todd.
Yeah, so there's something. Something's there, and it's going to eventually shine through.
I'm curious what they can do with that world. Because like I said, I think the wasteland of Appalachia is compelling. It's a great setting, and I think it's a great point in the timeline as well. Like any of the other games, like so shortly after the newts dropped and stuff. Like there is stuff they can do in that universe and that timeline specifically that could be interesting. They just didn't achieve that at all with the launch, so. And then there's the Funny Conference at Devolver Digital. I don't know what to expect, like, at all.
I know there's, what is it? My Name is Pedro or whatever, but like Devolver's conferences aren't really about the game.
No, it's but definitely about mocking the show itself, and
those are usually funny.
They're very fun.
I
to
get
watch. If there's anything I might want to see in terms of like games or announcements, I think honestly, the only thing I'd want to see is, I guess maybe an update, a release date for Metal Wolf Chaos XD. That's really about it.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're publishing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be nice. And apparently it might be coming to Switch, so it'd be nice to get confirmation of that.
Yeah, like if they show a trailer just with a release date and stuff, and even a Switch announcement, I'd be pretty stoked. But then there's also E3 VR, which you don't sound very excited about. But
I didn't even write notes.
Hear me out.
we write notes, so we're not rambling, and I couldn't even care enough to write anything.
Hear me out. The Valve Index is like out now in very, very limited quantities. You can't even pre-order it in Canada yet. But it's going to become more readily available as the year goes on. And I think by the fall it'll be pretty easy to get one if you have the money. So I think the only thing right now that would make me like alter my financial plans and purchase that headset from the get-go as soon as it's available here in Canada would be Half-Life VR. And if they decide to whip out the big guns and show off some Half-Life VR, hey, I'm in. I'm all in.
I would even take it as a remake of the original.
If it really is like just a remake of Half-Life 1 and 2, and I guess the episodes just in VR with Knuckle controllers and all that, hey, I'm in. So that'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a certainly unique way to relive those games. So
it would sell that platform, that's for sure, because that's kind of what VR lacks, really. Because right now it's still in this odd state of like, there's some great games, but a lot of them still feel very much in the realm of tech demos.
Yeah, and some of the biggest games on VR are basically that.
Yeah.
I know there's been good stuff on PlayStation VR this year, but it's weird that it's this year when the device has been out for 2.
Yeah. But, on the note of, I guess, do you have anything you want to talk about in VR or no?
Absolutely not.
But on the note of, I guess, PC gaming and Valve and such, the PC gaming show will be back this year as well. There's probably to be some, great exclusives for PC from indie developers and, major AAA developers alike, hopefully. Maybe Sega will talk about some Yakuza ports. Ray tracing will probably be thrown around a whole lot.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee that. I know I'm saying that term a lot, but NVIDIA and AMD released their specs for upcoming processors, so I bet we're going to hear a bunch of that with slides and
graphs.
graphs.
Look at the teraflops.
Yeah.
We can do real-time ray trace. Okay.
That's
Look at Quake. Remember that game from 20 years ago?
Look at Quake too. Look at this 20-year-old game.
It runs on this $1,000 card in ray tracing.
It looks neat, but come on, that's the best you could do with ray tracing.
It'll get more use, probably. Way
it will.
Later down the line when it's a lot
ray
cheaper.
tracing's not a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like, it's a fundamental change in how. Wow, this is what our show is going to be about.
Like I said, expect the words ray tracing to be said a whole lot.
And maybe they'll show the Xbox Game Pass there. That's definitely going to be at Microsoft's, but they might show it at the PC show as well.
Yeah, which is weird because it's already like kind of available on Windows 10, but like the game selection is really limited on PC if you just have a PC.
It's specifically the Play Anywhere games.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have anything exclusive, but they will. So I would imagine they're going to show something because they're not doing the stupid Universal Windows app requirement anymore.
I guess things I would want to see would be going back to the Microsoft stuff again. I wouldn't mind seeing some Halo on PC. Like if they show off that specific stuff there, you know, I'd be pretty excited. And I guess
I mean, it'll be Reach because that's the only one that's close to release. So,
but moving on to Ubisoft, the always oddball of E3 in my opinion, in terms of like how they, I guess the presentation aspect of their shows is there's going to be a dance of some kind. People are going to come out and
might
dance.
crash through furniture.
But people are going to dance, and they're going to come out and be like, guess what? Just Dance 2020. And then...
on the Wii.
Yeah. You know, is 2019 on the Wii?
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, you know what? Probably.
It's not on the Wii U, but it's on the Wii.
When Wii support will end for Just Dance is unknown. But, yeah, Just Dance 2020, that'll be a thing. Personally, I think the only thing I'm, like, hopeful for or looking forward to, I guess would just be, like, an update on Beyond Good and Evil 2. Something, because last time they announced that game, it disappeared into the fucking ether for a decade, so I don't want that to happen again. I want an update. But, what would you want to see?
I want to see Splinter Cell. That's it.
It's been a while.
I've been talking about it for months on the main site, and I just want to see Splinter Cell. I don't know why
that
hasn't
the time
happened.
To revive that franchise and go ham with it, because Metal Gear is dead.
Yeah, Metal Gear's dead. Siphon Filter's not coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, Hitman's its own thing, so
Death
come
Stranding
on.
Could be... it looks like a stealth action game, but I wouldn't really compare it to
that. Yeah, Death Stranding will be stealth action more than likely, but it's not military stealth action.
Definitely.
You know, and Splinter Cell has a certain style and panache to it. Like, that's just missing because they haven't made one in 6 years.
Yeah. So Splinter Cell, that'd be pretty cool. And maybe, you know, not having Beyond Good and Evil 2, you know, vanish into the void for another decade. That'd be nice. Don't do that. Following that is Square Enix, who have some big guns to show off. Real big guns, like probably, you know, Final Fantasy VII Remake, that Avengers project. Yeah, they're making an Avengers video game. That's something.
And I would guess maybe the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC they announced.
Yeah.
But like, their shows are never really long. It's like half an hour at the most, so...
Finally, probably the show I'm overall most looking forward to. I don't think it'll be the biggest, you know, because Nintendo specifically do directs now.
Yeah.
But it's still the show that I'm the most excited for just because of the games that I am hopeful for on the Switch. And I'll just say it, Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Show me more Animal Crossing.
I swear to God, if Animal Crossing is not at E3, especially since it's my first E3, I'll be upset.
Pokemon Sword and Shield look great. You know, I bought a Switch to play Pokemon games, obviously, but I know what to expect with Pokemon. Like, I saw that initial trailer, and I already have a pretty dang good idea what to expect. But Animal Crossing, I'm pretty curious about. Outside of that, Link's Awakening, probably more of that.
Oh, God, I want to see that.
Yeah, definitely.
All these games I know. Like Animal Crossing, we know what it's going to be. I just want to see it. And Link's Awakening, I know what it's going to be. It's Link's Awakening, but I still want to see it.
You also wrote down here, like, SNES games coming to the Switch Online, which, that'd be cool, but I'm kind of hopeful for, like, GBA games as well. Because, like,
Yeah.
I would really like to replay, like, games like Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Emerald, and utilize, like, the Pokemon feature on the Switch. That'd be neat.
I honestly don't think SNES games are ever going to come to Switch, but it would be a cool thing. The end of the Direct, Nintendo's like, oh yeah, and this, and they're available right friggin' now, and you're like, oh god, what?
And, I don't know, probably more Tetris 99 stuff. I don't know. Maybe you'll all have a battle royale in the crowd during the Direct. I don't think they show that in front of a live audience.
I don't think
know.
they actually show
You'll
it.
probably
on...
have to be like, you'll probably be waiting in line to play something while watching the Direct. So.
And obviously they're gonna reveal another Smash Brothers character.
Yeah.
Because what else have they been doing? That's what they're working on, so they have to have something.
Dante or Eggman. That's what it has to be.
What if they have Movie Sonic, and now they have to remake
man.
that DLC?
Oh, that'd be something. What if they choose not to?
Just leave it. Here's a cross-promotion for something you'll never actually see.
But what would you guys want to see at E3? What are your most anticipated announcements at each conference? Let us know down below.